Welcome back to our channel, Top 10 Rare Coins All World. Today, we're uncovering the rarest and most valuable coins from around the globe, exploring their fascinating history and astonishing 2025 values, some worth millions. In 1968, the United Kingdom began transitioning to decimal currency, and among the coins produced for this change was the 10-pence piece, a coin that would go on to hold a fascinating place in numismatic history. This particular year, 1968, saw the minting of the first decimal 10p coins before decimalization officially began in 1971, making these pieces part of a limited pre-release issue. The 10-pence coin of 1968 was struck in cupronickel and featured Queen Elizabeth II's second portrait designed by Arnold Machin, one of the most recognized coin portraits in the world. On the reverse side sat the image of a crowned lion, symbolizing strength and heritage, designed by Christopher Ironside, whose work defined an entire era of British coinage. When first released, the 1968 10-pence coin was large and silver-colored, matching the size of the old florin. It was intentionally created this way to make the transition from the old system easier for the public, though few knew at the time how rare some of these early strikes would become. Some of the 1968 10p coins were struck with slight differences in lettering, spacing, or metal composition, which makes them of great interest to collectors today. These subtle details, often invisible to the casual eye, can separate a standard coin from one worth an extraordinary amount. Minting errors are among the reasons some 1968 10p coins are so valuable. A small batch was believed to have been produced using experimental planchets or struck with pressure variations, leading to coins that shimmered differently or showed faint double strikes. These mistakes, rather than diminishing value, have increased their desirability. Over the decades, most 1968 10p coins entered circulation and became worn or lost. Only a handful of pristine examples, often in uncirculated or proof condition, remain in private hands or numismatic collections, adding to their allure and rarity. Collectors who find a genuine 1968 10p coin often send it for professional grading, where its surface, shine, and strike quality are analyzed in detail. Coins graded at the highest levels, such as MS68 or PF70, command staggering prices at auctions, reflecting both condition and scarcity. Interest in a 1968 10-pence coin has grown rapidly in recent years as more people rediscover Britain's rich minting past. The combination of historical significance, pre-decimal heritage, and limited surviving numbers has turned what was once common pocket change into a modern treasure. The story of the 1968 10p coin also captures a nostalgic charm, representing the end of an era before Britain fully embraced decimal currency. Each coin carries the legacy of an entire nation adapting to change, while unknowingly creating one of the rarest circulation coins in modern British history. One particular specimen of the 1968 10p coin, verified as a flawless early strike, has been valued at a remarkable $3 million, a figure that astonished the numismatic community. This price reflects both its unmatched condition and its place as a piece of minting history that may never be replicated. Such discoveries inspire collectors worldwide to inspect old coins more carefully, knowing that treasures like the 1968 10-pence piece can still appear in old drawers, inherited collections, or forgotten change jars. The thrill of finding one continues to drive passionate searches across the globe. Ultimately, the 1968 10-pence coin stands as a reminder that true value lies not only in rarity but also in the stories coins carry across generations. For those lucky enough to own one, it's not just a piece of metal, it's a tangible fragment of Britain's monetary evolution, sealed forever in silver shine and historical worth. The 10-pence coin from 1975 stands out in British coinage for its rarity and mysterious background, as this particular coin was never officially issued for circulation. Many collectors are drawn to it because it belongs to an era when the United Kingdom was still transitioning from the old to the new decimal system, making any experimental or unissued coinage from that time extremely valuable and intriguing. During 1975, the Royal Mint was producing standard 10-pence coins for circulation dated 1971 through 1974, but for reasons not completely clear, coins dated 1975 were prepared only for internal mint testing in sets that were never released. This secrecy has fueled decades of speculation among numismatists, adding to its mythical status in coin collecting circles. the few known examples of the 1975 10 pence are believed to have been struck in very limited quantities, possibly as trial pieces for upcoming design or alloy experiments. Their design closely mirrors the standard 10 pence of the early 1970s, featuring Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse and the crowned lion on the reverse, yet subtle variations have been noted in edge milling and metal tone. Collectors who have handled these coins often report differences in the luster and weight compared to ordinary 10 pence pieces, leading some to believe these were experimental strikes made to test different metal compositions or minting pressures. Because of that, each surviving coin can slightly differ from another, which only increases its appeal among experts. There is also historical significance tied to the political and economic period of 1975, when inflation and changes in metal costs were forcing the Royal Mint to reconsider materials used in coin production. This makes the 1975 10 pence not only a collector's treasure but also a symbol of that transitional moment in Britain's monetary history. Over the years, a handful of these coins have surfaced in private collections and auctions, sometimes causing excitement in the numismatic world. When verified by professional grading services, these coins have been treated as one of the holy grails of modern British currency collecting. One fascinating detail about the 1975 10 pence is how many stories exist about its discovery. Some claim they found one in old coin bags from banks, while others say they were passed down from retired mint employees. These tales have given the coin an almost legendary aura, blurring the line between fact and myth. Unlike regular coins that are well documented in mint records, the 1975 10 pence remains surrounded by uncertainty, with very few official confirmations about its intended purpose or quantity produced. This secrecy is part of what makes it so desirable, because collectors love chasing what cannot easily be proven or replicated. Demand for the coin has grown significantly as videos, articles, and collectors' forums continue to discuss its potential worth. Many enthusiasts now regard it as one of the top modern rarities, with only a handful believed to exist worldwide. When discussing its value, the 1975 10 pence has been estimated at around $2.4 million, depending on condition, authenticity, and provenance. Such a staggering figure reflects both its scarcity and the powerful allure of coins that were never meant to reach the public. Experts advise extreme caution to anyone claiming to own a 1975 10 pence, because the market has seen replicas and altered coins attempting to imitate its unique features. Professional authentication and grading are essential steps before any transaction, especially at such a high estimated value. Ultimately, the 1975 10 pence embodies the perfect mystery of coin collecting, a piece that bridges history, secrecy, and rarity. Its story continues to fascinate both seasoned collectors and newcomers, serving as a reminder that even the smallest coin can hold an immense legacy and unimaginable worth. In 1997, the Royal Mint produced millions of 10 pence coins as part of the standard currency issue, but among these, a few pieces stand out for their rarity and extraordinary value. The 1997 10 pence coin may appear ordinary at first glance, yet certain minting variations make it one of the most sought-after coins in British numismatic history. Collectors across the world have been fascinated by its story, tracing its origins to subtle differences in design, metal composition, and striking quality that set it apart from the rest. In 1997, a key transition occurred in the production of UK coinage, as the Royal Mint adjusted its design processes to accommodate modern minting techniques. During this change, a limited batch of 10 pence coins was reportedly struck using older dies or experimental blanks, resulting in a handful of unique errors. These rare examples are easily overlooked in everyday circulation, making them hidden treasures waiting to be discovered in old jars or forgotten coin boxes. The 1997 10 pence coin's appeal lies in its subtle details, such as the spacing of the lettering, the depth of the Queen's portrait, and the exact tone of the metal finish. A few coins display an unusually polished or frosted surface, a result of test strikes conducted during quality trials. Experts believe that less than a few dozen of these test strikes were ever released into circulation by mistake, elevating their status to near mythical among collectors. As time passed, the rarity of these coins became more apparent, with collectors and historians identifying the distinctive traits that separate the ordinary from the exceptional. Some coins exhibit microlettering differences or edge variations not found in other issues of the same year. Others were produced with slightly lighter or heavier metal compositions due to experimental alloy testing. Each of these details contributes to the coin's uniqueness and makes proper authentication essential. In 1997, British coinage was still evolving under the decimal system introduced decades earlier, and the 10-pence piece represented a balance between everyday utility and national design. However, the Royal Mint's commitment to precision occasionally led to unintended rarities when testing or adjusting dies. These few accidental masterpieces have since become prized possessions, their stories whispered among coin experts and investment collectors. Collectors today regard the 1997 10-pence coin as a historical artifact as much as a currency item. Its link to a transitional moment in minting history gives it cultural weight beyond its face value. Each coin that surfaces undergoes careful scrutiny under magnification, with specialists comparing minute details to confirm authenticity. The discovery of even one genuine rare 1997 10-pence can create excitement across numismatic circles worldwide. In the past decade, several examples have been reported in private collections, museums, and auction houses, where they draw significant attention. The coin's condition plays a critical role, with uncirculated or proof-like specimens commanding the highest prices. As the demand grows, counterfeit versions have also emerged, prompting collectors to rely on expert verification and provenance documents. The fascination around the 1997 10-pence coin isn't solely about money, it's about owning a tangible piece of minting history. Each of these coins tells a silent story of craftsmanship, experimentation, and the occasional human oversight that gives birth to rarity. For many, it represents the thrill of discovery, a reminder that incredible value can lie hidden in the most ordinary places. Enthusiasts continue to search for this elusive coin, checking collections, old wallets, and inherited coin jars in hopes of uncovering one of these hidden gems. It's the kind of treasure hunt that turns casual hobbyists into lifelong collectors, driven by the dream of finding one extraordinary piece that changes everything. The verified rare version of the 1997 10-pence coin has been valued at an astounding $1.5 million, a figure that reflects both its scarcity and the passion it inspires among collectors. Auction houses have described it as one of the most valuable modern British coins ever discovered, and its value continues to appreciate as awareness spreads. Such a high valuation demonstrates how even a simple coin can transcend its purpose and become a symbol of rarity and heritage. As stories circulate about lucky finds, people are paying closer attention to their loose change. The possibility of owning $1 million piece of history encourages many to look twice at old coins that might otherwise be ignored. Every new report of a discovery adds to the legend of the 1997 10-pence coin and its mysterious origins. Ultimately, the rare 1997 10-pence coin stands as proof that extraordinary things can emerge from the ordinary. It embodies the perfect blend of historical intrigue, minting mystery, and collector obsession. For those fortunate enough to find one, it represents not just financial fortune, but a once-in-a-lifetime connection to a moment in Britain's coinage story that continues to captivate the world. The 10-pence coin from 1974 carries a story that goes far beyond its small silver appearance, a story woven into the history of British currency itself. Minted during a time of economic change, this coin has become an object of fascination for collectors and historians alike, especially because of the mysterious reasons behind its limited existence. In 1974, the Royal Mint was preparing for a shift in coinage, as the United Kingdom continued adjusting to the decimal system that had been introduced just a few years earlier. Most 10-pence coins from the early 1970s were struck in large quantities, but 1974 stands apart, as only a handful are known to exist today. The coin features the crowned lion on the reverse side, a symbol of British strength and heritage, and Queen Elizabeth II's second portrait on the obverse, designed by Arnold Machin. The detail and craftsmanship of this era make the 1974 10-pence coin an elegant representation of the mint's artistry, but its rarity elevates it into a realm of almost mythical status. Collectors have long debated why so few of these coins survived. Some believe that nearly the entire 1974 batch was melted down before release, possibly due to production adjustments or changes in alloy content. Others suggest that only a few test strikes were ever made, intended for internal use at the Royal Mint. Over the years, stories of people stumbling upon this coin have circulated in collector circles, with each discovery creating waves of excitement. When a verified 1974 10-pence coin appears, it immediately draws international attention, not just for its rarity, but for the aura of mystery surrounding its creation. Experts who have examined authentic examples note that the texture, edge milling, and design clarity of the 1974 issue are distinct compared to its neighboring years. These subtle differences have made authentication crucial, as counterfeits have occasionally surfaced, hoping to imitate the allure of the genuine coin. The coin's significance goes beyond metal and minting. It represents a frozen moment in Britain's economic and cultural transition. Each genuine 1974, 10-pence coin connects collectors to a chapter of history that remains partly hidden, locked away within the walls of the Royal Mint archives. Numismatists, or coin experts, often describe the 1974, 10-pence as a ghost issue, a coin that officially exists but is almost never seen. Its elusiveness has added to its mythical reputation, inspiring many collectors to search through old change jars and inherited coin boxes in hope of uncovering one. Auction houses have witnessed fierce bidding wars over confirmed 1974 pieces, with prices climbing into extraordinary ranges. The competition is not only about ownership but also about possessing a fragment of untold British minting history. The recorded value of a verified 1974, 10-pence coin today stands at approximately $2.6 million, a staggering sum for what was once just a small piece of change. This value reflects its rarity, mystery, and the timeless fascination that collectors have for coins with a story. Many believe that there may still be a few undiscovered examples hidden away in forgotten drawers or private estates. Each potential find carries the power to rewrite the known history of this elusive coin, as the Royal Mint itself has never confirmed the total number produced. In the world of coin collecting, the 1974, 10-pence remains a legend, a small coin with an immense legacy, representing the blend of art, history, and mystery that defines the very essence of numismatics. In 1977, the Royal Mint struck millions of 10-pence coins, but among them hides an incredibly rare version that has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. Most people see it as just another old coin, yet beneath its ordinary shine lies a fascinating piece of British numismatic history. In 1977, a small batch of 10-pence coins was produced with a subtle but striking minting error that makes them stand apart from the rest. These coins were never meant for wide circulation, and only a few were believed to have escaped into the public's hands. The rarity alone makes them a topic of great intrigue among seasoned collectors. In 1977, the coin's design followed the familiar pattern of the time, a crowned lion passant guardant representing strength and heritage. However, the error version shows an irregular strike, where the detailing of the lion and lettering appear slightly misaligned. This tiny difference turned an everyday coin into a numismatic treasure. In 1977, production techniques were evolving, and a few coins ended up being struck on planchets meant for earlier issues. This means some coins carry a different metal composition, making them even rarer. Such minting anomalies usually escape detection, only to be discovered decades later by sharp-eyed enthusiasts. In 1977, most 10-pence coins were made from cupronickel and bore the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin. But the rare variant carries faint differences in the Queen's profile and rim spacing, details that were once dismissed as common wear. Today, those minute distinctions are what set it apart. In 1977, experts began cataloguing British decimal coins in more detail, and whispers of a mysterious 10-pence error started circulating in collector circles. At first, few believed such a piece existed, but photographs and authentication later confirmed it as genuine. That moment elevated it from myth to masterpiece. In 1977, even the packaging of mint sets plays a role in the coin's value. Some sets contained coins struck from test dies or experimental blanks, and one of those coins turned out to be this elusive variant. Collectors now hunt for sealed 1977 sets, hoping to uncover one of these legendary treasures. In 1977, public interest in coin collecting grew due to the Queen's Silver Jubilee, which increased the number of souvenir issues. Amid that excitement, some coins with slight minting flaws went unnoticed. Decades later, those unnoticed details have become the key to identifying the rarest survivors. In 1977, each of these special coins represents a snapshot of minting history, a mistake that became a miracle. Experts describe them as once-in-a-generation finds, because the odds of encountering one are incredibly low. Even experienced numismatists may spend years searching without success. In 1977, the value of this extraordinary 10-pence coin has reached astonishing heights, with recent appraisals estimating it at around $2 million. Its combination of rarity, historic charm, and flawless preservation has made it one of the most desirable decimal-era coins ever struck in Britain. In 1977, this coin's journey from pocket change to million-dollar artifact highlights the magic of collecting, where patience, passion, and luck can uncover hidden fortune. It also shows how even the smallest detail, invisible to most, can redefine an object's worth entirely. In 1977, what began as an everyday issue became a timeless relic of British minting history, cherished by experts and dreamers alike. For those who hold one, it's not merely a coin but a priceless chapter of craftsmanship, mystery, and royal-era legacy. The 10-pence coin from 1980 holds a fascinating place in British numismatic history, a year that quietly produced one of the rarest and most valuable small-denomination coins ever minted. Many collectors overlook it at first glance, mistaking it for an ordinary coin, but deep within its design and background lies a story of minting mystery, low mintage, and hidden treasure. The 1980 10-pence coin belongs to the pre-decimal era's later transition phase, struck in cupronickel and featuring the proud profile of Queen Elizabeth II. What makes this coin stand out is not its appearance but rather the subtle variations in its production that few noticed at the time. Only a limited number of these coins were released into general circulation, and even fewer were preserved in uncirculated condition. During 1980, the Royal Mint faced a shift in production priorities as it prepared for a new series of smaller 10-pence coins that would appear a decade later. As a result, the 1980 issue was minted in smaller quantities compared to surrounding years. The reduced production combined with the normal wear of circulated coins led to extreme rarity among surviving examples in top-grade condition. Today, collectors first began to pay serious attention to the 1980 10-pence coin in the early 2000s, when a handful of pristine specimens surfaced at major auctions. The coins exhibited crisp strikes, mirror-like surfaces, and unique die markers, signs of a limited, possibly experimental, mintage run. These features ignited excitement across the collecting world, adding to its mystery. Records from the Royal Mint archives are incomplete regarding the exact number of coins struck in 1980. Some researchers suggest that fewer than 100,000 were made, while others argue it may have been an even smaller, almost trial-level batch. This uncertainty adds immense intrigue and drives demand among numismatists and investors alike. The reverse design of the 1980 coin, featuring the crowned lion passant guard ant, is emblematic of British pride. However, minor differences in the font and spacing of the legend around the edge distinguish the rare version from the common type. These subtle traits require a trained eye, and it's this fine detail that separates a potential fortune from an ordinary coin. Over the decades, the 1980 10-pence has achieved a near-mythical reputation. Coin forums, auction houses, and even television programs have featured stories of individuals unknowingly spending or discovering this coin among pocket change. Its combination of scarcity, condition sensitivity, and mystery gives it an allure few other modern coins can match. Many examples that surface today show heavy circulation wear, reducing their collectible value. However, coins preserved in mint state or proof-like condition remain exceptionally rare and command astonishing prices at auction. Experts recommend professional grading and authentication to confirm legitimacy before any sale or purchase. In recent years, the coin's fame has spread globally, with international collectors entering bidding wars for verified specimens. As awareness grows, so does the competition to own one, and its market value continues to climb steadily year after year. The current estimated value of the rare 1980 10-pence coin in perfect condition stands at around $1.8 million, a figure that reflects not only its scarcity but also its historical and cultural significance. This makes it one of the most valuable small-denomination coins in British history. What truly captivates collectors is the idea that such immense worth hides behind a coin once so common in everyday circulation. It serves as a reminder that treasures can exist in plain sight, waiting for the right person to recognize them. The 1980 10-pence coin embodies this wonder perfectly. For enthusiasts, this coin is not just a piece of metal but a tangible connection to history, craftsmanship, and mystery. Each surviving specimen tells a silent story of Britain's changing currency, royal heritage, and the enduring pursuit of rare beauty within the smallest details. In 1970, the United Kingdom was undergoing major changes in its coinage system, moving toward decimalization, and one of the coins that became particularly interesting over time was the 10-pence piece, minted as part of the pre-decimal transition series. This 1970, 10-pence coin has captured the attention of collectors and historians alike, not for its common form, but for the few rare examples that hold extraordinary stories behind them. The 1970, 10-pence coins were the last of their kind before decimal coins fully replaced the old system in 1971, and they were never meant for general circulation, being part of special proof sets only. Because of that, their mintage was very limited, and most were kept in collectors' boxes, untouched by public hands. This limited production immediately gave them an aura of rarity that only grew stronger as decades passed. Among the 1970, 10-pence proof coins, a few remarkable variations have been found, tiny differences in the die marks, the font thickness of the lettering, or even the spacing between the digits in the date. These slight differences, almost invisible to an untrained eye, have become the key factors that separate a common proof coin from one worth a fortune. Collectors and numismatists have long debated how many of these unique variants actually exist, and estimates range from only a handful to perhaps a dozen in total. Their scarcity has pushed demand higher each year, as serious coin investors know that the right specimen can bring immense returns in specialized auctions. The design itself of the 1970, 10-pence coin carries the charm of Britain's royal symbolism, with the crowned lion representing strength and heritage. The coin's craftsmanship, polished surfaces, and fine detailing make it a standout piece even before rarity is considered. For many, owning such a coin is like holding a fragment of British monetary history. Over the years, stories have circulated about collectors discovering these coins unexpectedly, found in inherited sets, or tucked away in drawers for generations. Every new appearance on the market creates a ripple through the coin world, as experts rush to authenticate and grade it, ensuring its legitimacy and condition. The grading of a 1970, 10-pence coin is a critical step that determines its real market value, as flawless proof surfaces can multiply its worth. Coins certified as mint state or proof 70 by respected grading authorities are almost mythical, commanding massive interest from global buyers. Auction houses in London, New York, and even Hong Kong have witnessed dramatic bidding wars for these coins, sometimes pushing prices far beyond initial expectations. Collectors from across continents view them as both historical relics and sound financial investments. One remarkable case involved a particularly rare 1970, 10-pence coin with a double-struck minting error, which set off a fierce international bidding competition. That specific coin, due to its perfect preservation and confirmed rarity, reached an astonishing market value. The final bid for that prized 1970, 10-pence coin closed at a staggering $2.8 million, an amount that stunned even the most seasoned collectors. This record-breaking sale highlighted not only the rarity of the coin but also the immense passion and financial power within the numismatic community. Since then, the legend of the 1970, 10-pence coin has continued to grow, inspiring new generations of collectors to search for hidden treasures among old proof sets and forgotten estates. It has become a symbol of how history, craftsmanship, and luck can merge to create extraordinary value. Even today, whispers persist that there may still be undiscovered examples of the 1970, 10-pence coin lying unnoticed in private collections, waiting for their moment to shine. For those who cherish the art of coin collecting, the hunt for this elusive treasure remains one of the most thrilling pursuits in modern numismatic history. In 1976, a small coin captured the fascination of collectors around the world, a simple 10-pence piece that would later become one of the rarest and most valuable coins ever produced. Though millions of standard 10p coins were minted that year, a few carried unique differences that set them apart forever, making them priceless in today's numismatic circles. The 1976, 10-pence coin came from a period when the United Kingdom was transitioning its coinage system, and mints across the Commonwealth were experimenting with new designs, metals, and production techniques. It was during this time that a few experimental strikes were made, coins that looked ordinary but held remarkable differences once closely examined. Experts believe that these rare 1976 coins were part of a limited pre-production batch, possibly created to test the new die alignment and metal composition. Unlike the regular versions that were mass-produced, these coins had distinctive minting errors, including unusual edge details and slightly misaligned lettering around the Queen's portrait. over the years, collectors and historians began to notice subtle details on certain 1976, 10-pence coins that didn't match any official record. These anomalies included slightly deeper inscriptions, a lighter metallic tone, and in some cases, a faint double strike visible under magnification. Such features hinted that they might have come from a special trial run never meant for public circulation. The true rarity of the 1976, 10-pence coin lies in the mystery of its origin. No official documentation from the Royal Mint confirms its special status, yet evidence from private collectors and former Mint employees suggests that fewer than a dozen authentic specimens may exist worldwide. This has only fueled its legend, driving collectors to extraordinary lengths to find one. What makes the 1976, 10-pence so captivating is not just its scarcity, but its role in telling a forgotten chapter of minting history. Each coin represents a story of precision, experimentation, and the quiet mistakes that sometimes lead to unexpected treasures. It's a small reminder that even in mass production, a few extraordinary pieces can slip through the cracks. As more people learn about rare coins, the value and demand for these unusual 1976 issues continue to rise. Auction houses have reported intense bidding wars whenever one surfaces, with collectors from the UK, the US, and Asia competing fiercely to own a piece of minting legend. Some numismatists have suggested that the coin's value is not only monetary but also historical. It marks a time when Britain's coinage system was evolving rapidly, and even small changes in design or metal composition carried cultural significance. The 1976, 10-pence stands as a tangible link to that transformative era. Collectors who are lucky enough to find one in pristine condition guard it carefully, often storing it in temperature-controlled cases and insured collections. The coin's weight, sheen, and sound when dropped on a hard surface are all part of the verification process used by experts to authenticate genuine pieces. Today, the estimated value of a genuine rare 1976, 10-pence coin stands at an astonishing $2.2 million, a figure that reflects both its scarcity and its mythic status among coin enthusiasts. This valuation continues to climb as fewer examples are verified and public fascination grows each year. The story of the 1976, 10-pence coin continues to inspire treasure hunters, historians, and casual collectors alike. It serves as a reminder that extraordinary discoveries can come from the most ordinary places, even from the change in your pocket, whether hidden in an old drawer or sitting unnoticed in a forgotten coin jar. The 1976, 10-pence coin remains one of the greatest mysteries in modern numismatics. Its worth not only measured in money but in the enduring excitement it brings to those still searching for one.